Alright, gather around. It's fucking story time. I'm gonna smoke a bowl. You should go do the same. And, yeah, let's tell a story. Alright, allow me to set the scene. It's sixth grade. You're that really annoying kid who can't seem to make friends despite trying so hard. You can't figure it out, and it's really starting to bother you. You think that it's related to a few different things. Maybe it's because you don't wear designer clothes. Maybe it's because you smell like beets. Maybe it's because every time you go places, you Naruto run there. Maybe it's because whenever someone talks to you, you just meow like a cat and hope that they can translate from their handy cat to English pocket dictionary 420th edition, catnip blaze it. Or maybe it's because you're a hall monitor and you're a fucking narc. It's that last one. As the narrator, I can promise you, it's that last one. But the fact remains, you have no friends, you're in sixth grade, and you're a hall monitor. You have a very involved job. During the aftercare program, you're in charge of making sure the younger kids don't sneak off and go into classrooms. You roam the halls and you sip your young honey's hydrating healthy water and you peer into each classroom. This is the daily grind. It ain't much, but it's something to do. Maybe a local security guard will notice your talents and recruit you to the rent-a-cop program. It's already been a really long week. You busted some fourth graders hitting a vape in the stairwell, and they didn't let you hit it, so you turned them in. You already found a few second graders using Sharpies to draw dicks all over the smartboards. They said they were practicing their artistic expression. Not on your watch. You turned them in. You caught a few first graders playing hide and seek in a classroom. They went and found trouble is what they did. You grabbed all 5 of them within 2 minutes. Grabbed all of them and carried them to the principal's office. It ain't your fucking problem that they can't follow the rules. You just enforce them. You're only 2 busts away from being able to pick a toy from the prize cabinet. The legend is that the prize cabinet is where the principal keeps all the confiscated items. You want to find out if it's true, so you're working extra hard when Thursday rolls up like a blunt the moment it enters Snoop Dogg's crib. You're having a normal day during school hours. You try talking to Bethany during English class, but she stares at you. You gave her your copy of Cat to English Pocket Dictionary 420th edition Catnip Blaze It. Doesn't she understand that you were trying to tell her that you love her? Why isn't she meeting you halfway? Doesn't matter. Math class comes up. You're so bad at math. You don't understand it. You think it's your fault, and your entire class secretly felt the same. Wasn't on any of you. At all. Your teacher was an alcoholic, and she would just give out worksheets, slur through a lecture, and then would fall into her chair screaming at any kid who asked questions. None of you realized that. You're middle schoolers. You hated math for that reason, though. It's time for history class. You love this class, and it ends almost way too quickly. This one kid also went to the bathroom, and this dude Darren leaned over to the kid's computer, opened Pornhub, and played a video with the volume all the way up. It was super silly, and even your teacher laughed a little bit. All in good fun, and it wasn't directed at you, which was really neato. Lunchtime came up. You hate lunchtime. You always ate in the bathroom because whenever you sat with other people, they'd stop talking and stare at you. One time, you tried to just wait it out, but the entirety of lunch came and went, and they said nothing, ate nothing, and they never stopped staring. So you just eat lunch in the bathroom now. Thankfully, you don't have to deal with kids these days and their bullshit where they try to open the stall doors while you're just trying to poop. You know, you're eating alone in the bathroom. It's upsetting and lonely. You really need these 2 more busts this week so that you can get your pick of the prize cabinet. It means a lot. Lunch wrapped up like a responsible man in a sexual encounter. You only have like 2 classes left. It's gym class and art class. You love art class, but not gym. As stated, this was years ago. Dodgeball was still allowed, and the PE coach let the students pick teams however they wanted. You see, like all late 2000s PE coaches, your late 2000s PE coach only cared about wearing shorts so short, they would have Larry Bird saying, "Damn, those are short." They did this to show off their massive quads and calves. It's not important to the story, but I, the narrator, missed the era when leg day was taken seriously. With the way that shook down, you were always on a team with one other kid. There were 37 kids in that class. You 2 have never gotten a single other person out. Gym class is hard, but you're getting really good at dodging balls. You feel like you could dodge a wrench. Hell, maybe even traffic. You're on the top of your game today. You have a big afternoon ahead of you. You still get absolutely fucking mauled by dodgeballs, but it's alright. It wasn't too bad, and you really did get hit a lot less than usual. But finally, it's art class. You get into class and just settle down to continue work on your project. You're painting a scene from your favorite movie. You're a huge Nick Cage fan, so you're painting the classic "you don't say" meme. It's a good day. You're enjoying yourself, and you're unwinding before your shift as hall monitor. You throw on your sash, snug as a bug in a rug. You go through your shift, you're hyper-vigilant. You're cruising down the halls and suddenly, you hear a sound from the math room. Your heart skips a beat. You open the door. It's dark. You can't see anything. You just hear rustling. You turn on the lights. You cannot believe what you're seeing. You freeze in place. Your math teacher is doing lines of cocaine off the English teacher's ass. What the fuck? It's against the rules to be in a classroom after hours. So you went and told the principal what you saw. Not only were they fired, but your principal confirmed the existence of the prize cabinet. He said there were some Nintendo games. You go home, ready to face the next day. You tell your parents what you saw, and they tell you that next week, you're gonna go see a head doctor. You say okay and walk up to your room to play some video games, and as you're leaving the room, you hear your dad say, "That boy ain't right. He doesn't understand the work ethic. You're grinding, you're so driven, you're not even fazed by what you saw." The next day arrives, you're so anxious it's horrifying. You may actually pull this off, you may see the prize cabinet. Classes go by like a blur, and you're ready for the end of the day. You ask to leave art class a bit early. Your teacher says yes. You see, your teacher, Miss Amanda, is a short, angry lady, but she knows that you don't do well socially and need this win, and you're one of the only kids who takes her class seriously, so she lets you out. Her exterior is abrasive and is tough to crack, but she's a slime McOG Slimes Lord on the inside. Either way, you get a head start. You got a tip earlier that day that a few kids were planning to fight after school. Not when you're one case from the prize cabinet, but especially not on your school's property, the very same property you swore to protect when you became a hall monitor. This is going down a bit later in the day, so you're just checking everything out, holding down the fort at the playground for a little while, and then you decide to begin your search. You figure, first guess, best guess, and you head to the locker rooms. You hear quite the commotion and think the local high school is getting ready for a game, but you remember that you heard that it was rescheduled. The kids reading the morning announcement said that the whole team got pink eyes and couldn't compete anymore. What was going on in there? You walk in. Jesus, Mary, and Joseph, holy fucking shit. The room reeks of blood, sweat, and cigarette fumes. There's a circle of kids you recognize to be third graders by the shower, and you walk over to break up whatever is going on. You get close enough to where you look over the wall of kids and can't believe your own eyes. Two kids are beating each other senseless in the middle, and on the other side, third graders with notebooks, lit cigarettes in mouths, and green visors are all passing around money while they are all wildly screaming at the fighters and crowd. You can't hold it in. You scream, "What the fuck?" All the kids stop and turn. Then, two third graders grab your arms. A path clears to the middle of the circle. The fighters leave the makeshift ring. You're pulled to the middle, and one of the kids with a hat says, "If you want to get out of here, you're gonna have to get through all of us. This fight club we've got going on here has been real good to us and our families. We've heard about your work. We don't want to see a good thing come to an end because of a rat." Oh my god, they want you to fight them. You said that you would fight, and before long, 3 third graders line up across from you. It begins. One by one, the first 3 kids run up on you and you simply toss them, because you're a middle schooler and have a size advantage. The next few enter the ring and attack at once. You're ready to get your hands dirty. You need to know what's in that prize cabinet. You absolutely brutalize your elementary school assailants, and more step in. For what feels like hours, you're just fighting these kids, punching, kicking, elbowing, and picking one up and swinging him around to beat a motherfucker with another motherfucker. Eventually, they're all down. You can't believe it. You thought you were just stopping a fight. You just unknowingly brought down the biggest black market fighting ring in school history, and there have been some major takedowns in your school's history. You go and report to the principal's office. He looks at you, beaming. No hall monitor has ever accomplished 5 major busts in a week. He says, "I'm proud of you, son." You are both about to start crying uncontrollably. He opens the cabinet and says, Take a look inside. You can't wait. You run over and look in. This can't be. It's empty. There's just a piece of paper at the back of the cabinet. You reach in and pick it up. It looks like a birth certificate. That's when you see it. It's your birth certificate. It had your mother and principal's name on it. You look at him confused. He says, "I truly am proud of you, son." It all clicks. You never looked like the guy at your house. He would always say things like, "I'm not your real dad, I don't care about you," but you thought he was just kidding. He was the only one being real with you this whole time. At least you know your real dad now. No one knows what happened to those kids you beat the shit out of, but we all know what you made of your life. After all, you're supposedly legendary recording artist Drake, and this was the story of how you repaired your relationship with your father.